Our understanding of the positive interspecific interactions is over, as we are done with the commensalism, proto-cooperation and symbiosis. And now we have to deal with negative interspecific interactions. Here the two organisms of different species would be involved in such a way that one would be benefited to great extents while the other one would be harmed in direct relationship. Okay. So, the first type of negative interspecific interaction that we are going to study is that of predation. Now, what is there in predation? You know, there is a prey, there is a predator. These are not the new terms that you are listening to. One is prey, one which would be eaten by the predator. So, this is the simplest one. We are going to dedicate very less time to this particular interaction because it is the easiest one. Only thing you have to keep in mind is because we are studying it in ecological context, what importance this particular interaction has from the ecosystem point of view, we are going to pay attention to that as well. So, supposedly this is one organism and the second organism. This happens to be the prey while the other organism in the interaction is the predator. Needless to say that both are belonging to different species. Now, the prey would always be in a situation where it will be killed, and the predator is always going to be benefited as it is going to meet its food requirements. So, the predator catches the prey, then kills it and then eats it. Such is this interaction. Okay. So, this is a negative interaction for one of the organism belonging to a particular species. Now, in the interaction of predation, you have to keep in mind that the population of prey is often much greater as compared to those of predators. They have low population or lesser population. Now, what is the significance of this particular arrangement in the ecosystem, that one species is having a lot of population or lot of individuals which are being born? That means this particular prey species is having a very high reproductive potential as well. It means they can produce lot many offsprings in one go, while the prey is not having such potential. The population of predator would be under control. This arrangement is there because if the population of prey, or rather I would say, pardon me, if the population of predator is greater, certainly with time this particular species, that is of the prey, would be wiped out, because in any case the predator is going to be much stronger. It would be more prudent as compared to the prey. So, it maintains a high population so that the species is not completely wiped out. Now, if the predator population is not there, there is a certain possibility that the population of prey would increase manifold, and that would result into again the wiping out of the prey species, because with time they would not evolve, they would become weak, and not weak, I would say, they would not be best suited for the environment, because the competition or that survival spirit would be gone if the predator is not there. So, this relation is very important from the point of view of keeping a check at the population of a given species, especially those of the preys. Now, we would see a few examples and then pile up with this lesson. Now, what are those examples? Simple examples. This is not a complex term, this is not a typical term, it is the simplest one. Let the rat be a prey and snake be a predator. Snake would kill the rat and then afterwards eat it. Let the deer be the prey and predator would be lion or tiger or any wild cat. Also, in the case of herbivores which eat the plants, they are also in a way wiping out the organism, okay, and its reproductive ability. So, this also happens to be prey and predator relationship. Do keep in mind that predator has to be prudent in a way that it does not wipe out the species of prey. You can think of as many examples as you want to. There are many examples in day-to-day life that we come across. There are insects which are eaten up by frog. We didn't mention that. We should do that as well. insects, and the predator would be frog. Now this frog, being a predator, can be prey to someone else as well. Now we are going to see this, that frog would be the prey, and here the snake, a greater predator, comes and eats the frog. So this is about the relationship between two different species with a negative effect on one of the organisms, that is known as predation. This is all you have to understand in this.